It's great to see. Morning Rush continues its summer travel series today, and we're going to take you on a tour of San Francisco today, from the scenic landscapes on the coast to the lush parks and gardens. This coastal city is a visual delight at every single turn. Joining us now is travel contributor Jefferson Graham. He documents his travels through the lens of his camera with his streaming series Photo Walks with Jefferson Graham. Thank you so much for coming on the show. For those who plan to travel to San Francisco and have a bucket list of sorts of things to see, what one thing must be included on that list outside of course, the Golden Gate Bridge?
Well, you know, the Golden Gate Bridge is the number one thing, and the best way to see it is to go to Crissy Field, which is this wonderful park right at the foot of the Golden Gate Bridge. And you can just walk and walk and walk and ride your bike and basically walk onto the bridge from there. It's probably the best Golden Gate viewing action in San Francisco. And if you don't want to do that, you've got Fort Mason, which is also wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great city for bike riding. I went there on a vacation a few years ago, and one of the places that really impressed me the most was when I took a bike over the Golden Gate Bridge to a place called Sausalito. Talk a little bit about what's on the other side of that bridge, because it's a beautiful landscape over there.
Oh, it's amazing. Sausalito is one of the most incredible places in the world. It's this little seaside town. A lot of people live there in houseboats, and you've got a great view of San Francisco from the other side. Now, people need to know if they ride their bike, as you did. It's a trek. Once you get off the bridge, I think you've got about 2 miles to go downhill to get to Sausalito. And yes, you'll have to ride back uphill to get back over the bridge. But it's an experience unlike many.
Of course, there's sports as well. You can go to the Giants ballpark. I went there, caught a Warriors game. Of course, I went downtown. But talk about the food, because we're on the coast. What is there good to eat in San Francisco?
Okay, San Francisco is one of the greatest food cities in the world. I always recommend staying in North Beach, which is the Italian neighborhood, the Little Italy. And from there, you can walk to zillions of amazing Italian restaurants, and just walk a few more blocks and you're in Chinatown. Walk the other direction, you're in Fisherman's Wharf, the seafood capital. You have so many choices just in that small little area that's all available on foot.
Of course, San Francisco has also been in the headlines a lot lately, mostly for the wrong reasons, though. Tourists are actually being targeted by would-be thieves. Just bottom line, is San Francisco overall a safe place to visit right now?
San Francisco is a safe place to visit. Don't have a rent-a-car. I mean, it's a pretty big thing. The thieves are targeting the rent-a-cars, and they're smash and grabs every day in the heavily touristed areas: Fisherman's Wharf, Union Square, Alamo Square, places like that where they see a rent-a-car. People leave their stuff in the car, and they know it. So they smash the window, they grab the stuff, and they run. If you're flying into San Francisco, don't rent a car. Use public transportation. If you're driving into San Francisco with a rental car, park at the hotel and leave it there, and take cabs around town, walk around town. It's a lot safer.
Just real quick, is it pretty easy to get around? I noticed that it was a long walk, and it's quite hilly in San Francisco.
It's really hilly. It's some of the hills are mammoth. They're a lot of fun once you get to the top and you look down, because you get views like there's no other. But it's really easy place to get around. You can take cabs. I have to recommend a cable car. This is one of the greatest things you could do. I mean, a lot of people know about this, but if you get to the cable car first thing in the morning, for the first ride of the day, you'll get a prime spot without the crowds, and you will see pretty much all the best spots of San Francisco for just a few dollars. And it's just an experience like no other. Many cities don't have anything like this. And it will take you up those hills without you having to walk them.
Jefferson Graham, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Please come back. And next week, our summer travel series heads east to the west coast of Florida and Clearwater. Jefferson Graham will be with us then, I believe, as well.